Hi everyone, today we are going to be looking at the Gear S3 by Samsung. Now this is a new look by Samsung on a smartwatch and I've really enjoyed my time with it. So without any further ado, let's get right into this review. Samsung has been creating smartwatches since the beginning of time. They've made some pretty nice smartwatches in the past, and this year they've probably made the best one yet. So let me just get into why I love this Gear S3 so much. Now it's so nice and classy, and that's probably because I have the classic model here, but the Gear S3 Frontier model is nothing shy but beautiful. They all both look just amazing. Now the rotating bezel on top is a great way to navigate through the software, and in my opinion, it's a little bit better than using Apple's dial on the side, just because on top it just looks a little bit cool. You know, you look a little bit more like James Bond when you're interacting with that watch. Now it also has two buttons on the side, one's used to get to the app drawer and one's used to get home, but both work really well with the OS. Now, I found that the side profile was a little bit too thick for me, but that's not really a deal breaker because it's not that noticeable. But what is noticeable is that huge 46mm screen in diameter, which I found to be a little too big, but wrist sizes differ, and for me, mine are just pretty slim in my opinion. Now, it had some pretty good build quality, but I did feel that the plastic underbelly just wasn't really needed here. I feel like they could have used plastic to make it look a little bit nicer, but you know, the price was already pretty high. Maybe using metal would make it a little bit too expensive. Now, probably my favorite thing about the design was the leather straps. The leather straps are amazing because they're replaceable because they're standard 22mm bands and they just look great. Honestly, the black and silver aesthetic is one of my favorite aesthetics for a watch and honestly just looks amazing here. The software and performance on the Gear S3 are nothing shy but buttery. They both have an amazing software experience and probably the best software experience on any smartwatch I've ever used. Now, probably my favorite thing about this software is the fact that you can actually play Fruit Ninja on the watch, which is a lot of fun, and though I should probably be paying attention to vectors and calculus in class, it still is a lot of fun to play regardless. And you can also take and make phone calls from the watch itself, which is a huge plus because Android Wear can't even do that yet, and the Apple Watch can, so it's great to build up the competition here. Now, one problem is there's not too many apps or watch faces available right now, so you have to keep that in mind when you are buying the smartwatch because it's a little bit expensive and you don't want to be buying something that doesn't have so much of an ecosystem, but I do see Samsung improving it and increasing the size over the next couple of months because it is relatively a new product. And last of all, the heart rate sensor is an amazing addition to the software and performance because it checks it, well, just randomly, and it doesn't always have to, you don't always have to go in and press it manually, so it works out better that way, so you can always check your most natural heartbeat rate. So overall, what is my conclusion? Well, this is probably my favorite smartwatch that I've ever used, and I really do mean it. Honestly, the design throws off anyone who looks at it because it doesn't look like a smartwatch. It looks like a normal watch, but the thickness of it is a little bit of a trade-off to me because I did find it a little bit uncomfortable at times. But you know what? I wore it every single day for 2 weeks all the way to school and back, and I found it to still be a pretty good experience overall. And it doesn't take up any battery life realistically, so it works really well there. Also, just something if you didn't know, it also can work as a standalone device. It has 4GB of memory on it, so you can connect a headset and kind of just go free and just go on a run or just listening to music with it. So that's always a plus too. But overall, I'd probably say, for me at least, it would be a buy. It's probably my favorite smartwatch I've ever used, and the fact that it's also iOS capable is a huge plus. So for me, I'd buy it, but that's also up to you. Or maybe if you're with an iPhone right now, you see a better need to pick up an Apple Watch because they're somewhere around the same price. But overall, that's your decision, and this is just my opinion. Alright everyone, that is the end of this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. Now if you did enjoy it, please make sure to like this video for more videos like it. Comment down below any feedback that you guys do have. Share this video anywhere, Twitter, Facebook, anything like that. If you guys tag me, I will reshare or retweet it or whatever it is. That's about it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Once again, check out my social media and I'll see you guys all later.